G'day, my name's Karyn, and crikey, yes, I am an Australian. As you can see, I've got a jungle tank with a stream sitting in front of me. I made this tank the day the Jungle Collection decos came out, so I've used the actual background that Fishworld brought out, and I was just playing with some of the decorations while chatting with John Peters, who was doing the same. So this tank hasn't been tweaked or anything actually. Anyway, I'll show you basically how I put it all together. And this is what the background looks like with no decorations on it. It's a pretty good starting point for a jungle, I think. I like the colours and the way there's fading foliage in the background. The very first thing I did was bought the tree house after I bought the background. As you can see, here it is. And then I just sort of popped it over to a side because it's not something I would want in the middle of a tank. Something like that. And then I was talking to John and I said, oh, I could make a rope ladder for that, so that's what I did next. So I went to the shop, I went to the Victoria Falls section and bought 2 of these liana vines, and then I went to the Egyptian section and bought these building blocks too, because I thought they'd make good steps on the ladder. So I just got the vine and propped it up against a branch so it looked like it was going to be part of the ladder, like that. And maybe try, I think I shrunk it a little, like that. And that one, shrink it also. There we go. And then of course turn these on their side like that, shrink them till they look like they'll fit, and then just pop them in place like that. Just, you won't be able to get them all in, but that's basically a very simple rope ladder that I made that day, and I liked it, so I kept it. The next thing I did was I went to the shop and bought some of the mossy rocks, the round ones and the taller ones. I think about 12 of these rocks and 6 of those. And I went to my deco tank and grabbed a couple of these waterfalls because I thought, oh, it's a jungle, let's have a stream. So I shrunk these down, making sure the one above the other one was smaller, to give that illusion that it's getting more and more in the distance. Then I took some of these rocks and flipped them and shrunk them and tried to laid out a basic stream bed. Just it wasn't very elaborate, it was fairly straight, but you can make it as elaborate as you like, of course. You can put the rocks on different angles and things like that. I'll just move these over here so you can see what, actually I might shrink one of these down. I'll show you what I did with these ones. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them at first. I'll flip you and shrink you, and that sort of helps embed the waterfall and make it look part of the scene, so to speak. So I was quite pleased with that because it's got the straighter edge, that's why I flip it. And I like the mossiness, the greenness. To me it helps create that jungle illusion happening. I'll just pop those over there for now. Yeah, see, I used 4 of them there already. Excuse me, I do have a cold. And then just started creating this side of the tank, of the stream bed as well. Just shrinking and flipping and keeping it. I kept it fairly straight because I thought, oh, well, I wasn't really planning anything. I was just playing around, seeing what things looked like. So yes, this is what I came up with. Something so simple, which is rather nice. You know, I can look at the tank and I don't feel too shocked or embarrassed about it. Other people might. But as I say, this is just a basic how-to, and you can all play with decorations and go your own way from there and come up with hopefully far more amazing and fantastic ideas than me just messing around like I did. Excuse me, I do have a cold. Anyway, as you can see, I just sort of played around till I thought, oh well, that's okay, and left it, and thought, what can I do next? So I went to the shop again. I bought some black coral from the noir section, which is in the coloured section, right at the end in the archives, the decorating archives, and some fog, which is in the decorated favourites section under stars, etc. And thought, yep, I can make a stream with this. So this is what I did. I just basically laid fog one layer, because I wanted to leave the colour of the soil coming through, because it has a slightly greenish tinge to it, and just laid these fogs, shrunk them down. Some I twisted and some I didn't, and just laid them across what is my stream bed. And as you can see, even something that simple starts giving the impression that there may be water there. And we'll turn him and shrink him. There we are. They're very simple. With these black corals, I just turn them upside down and place them under the rocks, because when we're painting water, we're not actually painting blue or anything, we're painting the reflection, because water is a colourless chemical, and all we see are the whatever it is reflecting at the time. So anyway, I put little bits of black coral underneath the rocks. It gives a bit of shadow, and gives that slight vertical lines, which gives the impression that we're looking deeper into it, or that there's depth in the water is probably a better way to describe it. Anyway, I kept just popping these, some I flipped and shrunk down a bit, tried to make sure the lines were fairly vertical when I placed them under the rocks, just to give that water impression happening. As you can see, I've put some of the black coral underneath a lot of the rocks. It just gives a little impression that there's a bit of shadow, a bit of depth happening in the water. Then I got a couple more of these and shrunk them right down so they're more towards the center, just giving the impression that there's a bit of light hitting certain, sort of more the center of the stream, so to speak, and that just helps create that illusion of water as well. Leaving the edges a bit darker, it gives the impression there may be rock reflections or foliage reflections or something like that happening, without having to actually create it, which pleases me in a way and makes it very easy for people who haven't tried this sort of thing before. Next, I got some steam from the volcano section, which can be located in the favourites. Just shrunk it down a bit and made it more horizontal, and just placed it at the base of the waterfall there, just to give the impression that where the water's hitting the stream, that it is bubbling up a bit. These things have funny turning circles, I must say, but still, they do their job. Doesn't matter if they're not the same size or anything, it's just meant to say, hey, there's a bit of foaming water there. And of course I put one up the top as well. Don't know why by 4, I suppose. Doesn't matter. You got to chase these things around the tank a bit. But anyway, that's just the way of it. There we go. Oh, perhaps we need a second one up there. That's probably why I did it. Ah dear. There we go. Yeah, so it looks a bit foamy and bubbly and water frothing, and helps create that feeling there's a waterfall happening. Next I went to the shop and of course started buying foliage. I bought some of these big flowers from the jungle section to pop around because, well, they are so jungle. These are heliconias from the Hawaiian section. They look nice and exotic. You won't catch me putting roses or daisies or daffodils in a jungle tank. To me they just don't say jungle. So yes, I went for the exotic, and these are ginger plants, and they're also from the Hawaiian section. You know, Hawaii's sort of like lush and tropical, so I figured they'd be good plants. And these are from the Amazon jungle section. I got that plant and that plant as well from the Amazon jungle because they're good fillers. So with these, just remember that the further into the distance it goes, the smaller it gets, so to speak. And you can change the angle a bit if you want to, and things like that. You know, not everything grows straight up in the jungle, so to speak. Just scatter things around a little. Just pop a few things here and there. Oh, I bought these trees because on my other tank I used them to frame the waterfall. I shrunk them down, just sort of popped them both up there. I think I flipped that one and shrunk it and popped it up. Whoops. Helps if you get the right thing, doesn't it? And I popped it up there. It sort of frames it quite nicely. And then of course I bought these branches as well. They're just good fillers. They're you know, they add lushness. Jungle, what is it? What's the dictionary definition? Almost impenetrable, dense growth and forest and things like that. So yeah, keep that in mind when creating a jungle. Just got to fill it up with loads and loads of foliage basically, and Bob's your uncle. Look, see, that's already filled in jungle on that side, and we just have to do it on this side as well. Just shuffle some of these plants around. The ones at the front you make larger, of course. Yeah, I might pop a ginger plant way back here and shrink it down just to keep a bit of the lovely red shining through. Oh, the other thing I bought and I forgot about was these lovely palms from the Victoria Falls section, because I like the colour and the featheriness of the leaves opposed to the other plants that I have. So all you have to do is move them around till you've got something that you think looks good, that appeals to your eye, and you have a jungle. You can pop little animals in and things like that to help continue the illusion. As you can see, I've fiddled around, just got the plants how I like them. Bought in a couple of jungle type animals like the black leopard, as they call it. I call it the panther. Bobbed him there and stick a couple of macaws up in the tree and you have a jungle. I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck with your creating. Bye for now.